There are a total of 6 refresh points nearby with the name King, and they are all palaces that will fight for a loan. A large number of casual players can only make a strong outside draw on the last 2 points. In the early days of the game, a certain home showed a problem god domain giant. Now wait for a few to type the names of the first 5 worlds. 1/3 of the people are Long Hungonghui. In addition, there is a consortium, and the form and style are naturally quite large. He also said that he would leave you 2 points. In that case, you should not brush it. He marked the small kitchen for punctuation, silently planning the attack distance angle. Now the 5-brain firing field of 1,022 meters is exactly the small half of the mystery that is intelligent. At the same time, the blue volume value of 10,300. Hold the fireball for 5 seconds in a row, and one will go cold. I with 4 monster refresh points. Carry out indiscriminate fire projection. Even if the tide is out of the city, the lockdown is not accurate. As long as you don't see the spell cast, you can always bully and kill the ghost wolf that has just been brushed out. 10 minutes later. Shurgu were several times the number of people to come to the mystery smart. Ling Fan looked at the application list in a daze. It's all sisters. Sure enough, if there are predecessors, they are good queens. It's good that someone else can bring a girl to play. He wore it all the time. A girl who looks like a little bit looks at Jing Jing. Wheels as ear and eye. Kong Das Hang, you will be deceived again. The netizens on the list also said that they were disciples of Bang Yi Qing Chuan. As a result, more than 5 million people were deceived and defeated. On top. Zero verse for a while. Look at the greedy question of a few people. Shouldn't you be Kongbei County? Loud you can't hear it. Zero and has to take breath food. This big fat sheep competition is the 4 major expansion of motorcycles. At the same time, it is also after the game is reduced to 0. The first one was sucked dry and crippled to death by his sister's mold. This is the Piton. But he has a life of silence that makes countless narrow and difficult people to look forward to. Accidentally look at rolling iron on the internet. Zero filling can just give birth to some dry dar. The words and phrases on the internet are just a part of the legend. Shurgu is very proud of his eyes. In his previous life, the reason why this little brother became a force in Tianbao. That's purely because of the Kong family's material strength. The result of the birth and miscellaneous. Otherwise, how could the dignified competition method die in the hands of his sister? You're sure you want to make money? Be afraid to be playing name. The 38th time since I was cheated? AID called Yao Tu, a player in the big world, to talk. I swear it won't work. 10 good jobs. Took out the big and young ashes, and was shocked like a local style. Ling Fan looked at his 2 dragons. It's good to love him in my heart, and be rich. More than 400 gold coins entered the battle. The taste of Fan is a breath of air. Plus the money from selling equipment before. Today, I will be able to pay my sister's surgery fee in 1 lump sum. The defeat of the fireball tied in the underground for a second. A trip to the Fire King was measured in the depths of the maze. Lu Hang's collapse and the expensive Zhongtian period and others were instantly stopped. 3 fireballs exploded right at her feet. The 6-headed king was hit instantly. The sneers on the faces of the 4 female players froze. He looked at Ning Fan with a wonder. The bar-level monster said to describe the rescue. There's still a group of wounded brush tubes. The big world looked at Ning Fan in shock. What range are you? Is several tons more than other methods. Ning Fan did attention to him. Continue to stand in place and remotely cast the lock. The devil didn't even know he was beaten. With sulphase. You can only see it in the maze. The fire keep lit up. And into a piece of the net. Mispicked. Another half-hour passed. The tone of the mouth has dried up more than 800 used named nets. Ning Fan also scratched 8. The blue overlay is about to break through 11,000 points. That kind of burn man also reached 880 years. At this moment, a knight passed in green. It came over with the knight player. Each got evil and looked at Ling Fan very much. Run and laugh at who is moral god. I'm just you have an opinion. Zero Fan Tai started the bossati. Calm and steady, so that Xuan Tianxi and others are beautiful. It's weird that you're a kid. It's time for us to farm monsters. We'll talk about how to before it. Ling Fan said quickly with a smile on his lips and feet. When Zhou heard this, he didn't look up. Great fairy car. I'll wait until I'm back and gather a few hundred thugs and come back with them. You're still afraid? Lin Bondine's brain is also drawn to read. I'm afraid of the walls. I'm waiting for a few drops now. It's inconvenient to fight. The most important thing is that there are a bit more bullets on the body. It was a bit miserable to be killed. The mystery is clever and is pure outside a novice. And not protected by security. In the early stage of the attack, he was popular in the field and killed. Players who are killed by the machine have a chance to drop their equipment. It will also reduce the time of 5% of the experience of the co-band. Therefore, there are many players with strong operation who choose to play with red names. Specializing in the love of the local tyrant player issued sub. Of course, once the red player is counter-killed, the cost will be 3 times that of a regular player. 0 back 1 skip carding. I said, how much manager did you recharge? An ancient wreck recovered. Ruwa said that the manager, who just charged 20,000 yuan. 0 returned to Russia's head is black fresh. Once 20,000 managers were killed by the red Ming machine. A maximum of 2,000 managers can be lost by dying once. That's 2 million. 0 rebate almost gave him expensive. Zhang Tian is not kind enough to look at the 0 return effect. Give you 2 ways to either pay 200 managers or wait to be killed until you treat. YA is a kind player love calendar, which can be changed from a pre-name to a red collar. If you quit, I'll play with them. Yingfei had a head look at Shirgu and them. How can you not take me? I'll show you how to hurt you to output. The War World is 14. The original Muduan card on the white hand should be in front of Ling Fan. Give 2 seconds. A few of them were led to love a string of team managers. At this time, Long Hang's people had already retreated according to Ling Fan and others in the later stage. One thing after another was forced to Shirgu not far away before his death. Shirgu economy has only 5 episodes. Let's be touched by 9 episodes of the Doctor's Rate. Basically one most expensive. A chapter of the 0 fan building strong grey hole. An insignificant fireball was concentrated. A blood red number popped out. Then the whole body is in the following arena. The extinction of Zhui Yao continued to hide. It was instantly burned into compensation. More than 1,000 blood was filled in seconds. A kind of human eye and other pockets. All of them were bet on this revenge. Occupy the day to perform the finger jump. Jiandua missiles are not afraid. His face was full of ecstasy. Just as he had guessed. There must be something remarkable about this method. Kill me. Kill that kid. He had a few pieces of equipment on him. Equipment that allows Barkifa to be a level 9 building. All the people were red-eyed. If this is reported to the auction house. What bit other eye? No cut for you. That's not what you want. All players rushed to the 0 anti in a frenzy. 0 negative road fierce attack fire counterattack. The 6 kings totem flashes from 0. The wind dragon sounded 3 times. Kill a whole team of players with fireballs left in a row. Arrive to the aid of 0-0 in one place. Occupy the days of construction of the Russian head cold man straight up. This terrifying ranged lethality is simply not wicked. It's not fruitful to say that the explosion of urban human shapes is not fruitful. But at the thug of the Dragon Hung Guild. Each is an elite player. Naturally, I am quite familiar with the weaknesses of the French style. As long as you can get out of the competition. Any of them can do it in 2 ways. 0 fan department is a small one. Fools also know what the other party has in mind. It's too close now. His Cannon Master Super Permanent is so permanent that he can't puja. In an instant, a flash of life followed the mystery. This is a female player who has been following Shirgu and can't drive away. Behind the soft marks is the Dingjing Taiwan group and Confucian family's education. You can't lie down in this soul water, young master. Shut up. Move me, and my own what kind of color group. The grain has to be worn out of the only new method that can be brought. Said that stays into the maze. Zhang Tianji chased into an object and did not see vanishing. Immediately let people spread out with the feet. Suddenly, at the moment, the waste was rough and played on the island of Oshima. Zhang Tianji was almost overwhelmed by the number. Any object in the divine domain can be violently blown up. During the opening period, the damage of the island soup to the player is even more powerful. A number of many branches of the Ring Union was violently anti-island by Yinfan. Zhang Tianji and his party hurriedly flashed more harm. Yinfan's private land is very clear. Actively change the terrain to create an output island arrow. The number of Wuduan Island formed a battle in front of Zhang Tianji and his party. 0 fan continues to output by the general table player who swims 0. Construction just skipped the number of ministers and 8-1. Less than 2 seconds change to make a trip to the sea light gauge period. The new golden meat jump that occupies the sky. Let the remote class output be seen. He led a group of scrambles to sprint as fast as he could. Face the flying fireballs of insight and magic. Ling Fan calmly withdrew from his face. All attacks are on the front foot. But he never hurt him. How can this soul projectile be accounted for outside the Mage shot? Long Hang's ranged players do not shoot through piercing. I only heard that the non-ranged character class woke up and regretted increasing the range. But on the other side is just a Mage. The iron's eye of the day continues to chase after it. Lin Fan calmly played the 6th, leaning on the pro gamers on the distance. That's 21 meters. The fireball in my face slammed into the opposite side again. There is no comparison with the completion of the day. Then he comes for payment. There's on me equity. The key eater in the fee has a calm face. Rush to the front. I don't ask for it in the face of hard resistance to terror with my body. A scorched bum has no choice. The fleet has to die for him. Jean Tianjin is not hateful, okay? I won't kill you to bribe. Lao Tzu doesn't believe in war. Lin Fan's eyes are on his face. It is no wonder that in his previous life, Wang Heng could become the strongest gun club in China. It has to be said that their experience in private Ling combat decisions completely opened up the gongs. But this one opening is not long. There are people who are willing to be deducted experience to block guns for their teammates. It is very difficult to cultivate this kind of faith and benevolence. Suddenly, Zero Fan looked against his face. A burst of killing, and one was surprised behind him. One fell in front of him, sent to discernment. I remember the sound of my hand pressing into the air. The thief was suddenly stunned. It's been a big deal. Behold. A cold voice remembered. The next moment of the thief's head. Color live surface. Between the black man's feet are empty. Lock him in the air, handheld. 6-star cluster. The thief's forehead lit up. Deputy 40. Deputy 950. Kill the guide. Jump up and unleash the attack. What is the operation? Long Hang's people. Rose skin and blow up. Mogan. The airplane steward. Zhergu, who just felt the scene, was excited. A few girls in Big World. All of them shocked. Some speechless. Obviously, Shinyu has just started the second day. Everyone said that it was okay to use the flat, a home point. Take a few cable teams. But what does that mean? When you come up, you have the strength of an uncle who died violently at the bottom of the skin. Fighting can also prevent the mage from being able to reach the thief. The scariest thing is, it can also be used for 2 purposes. Complete uncle in the air. This is for the average player. Apparent knowledge is incredible. To know. A whole range of games. Players' nerve doors. Not connected to the game. Unleash skills. How to target. Stay focused. Otherwise, there will be a magical reversal. Normal tactical school. Equip the value into a hair situation. With this mage in front of you. Flying ball can be used differently. It can even cast spells while jumping. This works. It's just perverted. Of course. An operation that is difficult for ordinary people to achieve. It doesn't mean that some of the top players can't do it. With the son of Heaven Mama. It's all combat. The first thing in the country. Believe God. Often in a professional arena. Playing with a different heart is multi-purpose. Very Arabian. But talk out the corner of it. That's only entertainers. That was 2 years ago. Compete for the world finals. The first person recognized in the legal system. All gods. After all of them were killed by machine. Mandatory use of the camera heavy. There's no desire to see chains. Whose wave of death? Zhao Huan came out of the 8 elemental clones to operate at the limit. Shown the strength of wings. Turn the world championship line upside down. I seem to see the shadow of master. It's hard to come by for 10 years. The pure paper game where the mortal gods almost turn the tables to the limit. Watch hundreds of times. Can clearly remember the details of the operation of every mortal god. Just when the gold medal fighter jumped. 2 voices. Saifu was focused on in his eyes. And the most annoying one is the Taoist thief and Gong Jian's hand. Zero Fan is that I didn't explore the night. The 2 Dao thieves reacted extremely quickly. Even if yes, still kill. Didn't let these 2 people let go of his little game. At first glance, the other party is his own Dao thief player. After 1001, choose to add machine. Lock off his movement space as much as possible. Ling Fan shook his silently. And there is no way. Self-created method. Love playing asshole. The ability to move position. Dodge the situation. Zero Fan suddenly faced the ground once. Unleash a barrage of fireballs. A huge antipole force. Move his body very much. Forced by 2 Dao thief players. Distance yourself from the actual one. 10-strand building belt with hand. Big brother. He's not all over the place. What is the operation? I can put it in the only. Don Tion's Tail was completely forced by Ling Fan's first body method. Ling Fan looked at a group of small financial opportunities that had never seen market. Not only do I wonder if the more I get involved, it's too much. The exaggeration of the high degree of freedom of the God's domain combat system. This is a means of dodging with attack skills. In fact, it is a master of super response and mode. Anyone of the right amount of chicken roasting mold method. Skills such as Warji, Dawn Tree, Assassination Tree, etc. No matter how strong the tree panels are. If you can't apply it in a real battle with the model, then there's only one Edward. 2 fireballs, 1 chicken after another to kill 2 thieves. Directly reported to the same board in one place. To continue, let's see how many more people can help you block the gun. Zero mortal domineering is far away and occupies the sky. The rear quasi-surface is like an earthy color. Man in front of him. Whether it's exaggerated attack intensity. It's still the ghostly and tense position. It's not them at all. This group of half-gems to be written. The distance reaches 21 meters to play. Accidentally. Enter the independent participation link of Heat and Zero. Boy, you wait for me. You remember you. Get ready for long Hang's pursuit. More than 30 guild members died, and most of them died. It's not good to occupy the sky. Let it out very flowery, and run away. Escape. Ling Fan really didn't stop laughing and laughing. How many people from Long Hong are there? How many I kill? How many times to carry the goods? How many times have I killed? These people actually wanted to run away after opening Hongming. They also refused to Kingrati. They don't understand it at all. The length of the master's essence. Picture kill length and guide the picture kill. It's too analytical. Tengu laughed. But the Zero Fan Law wore brilliant affairs. Before the fireball turned into a Grim Reaper. Stone to Zero Soul. Then back to the newbie pot. Zhang Tianqi was blown away by the fireball. He is wicked on the earth. An empty city will not let go. You're dead. Zero Fan's face is silver and Han. To the boss of the fusion. I'll take him before we do it. 4 is Yufeng. Was it him this hand dot? And this time, he will choose to strike first. Task guy is real meaty. It's not dead yet. Zero Fan has no head. Left and right, 200 plus blood volume accounts for Tianji. Resisted 3 times. Slightly burned. Before he was burned to death. The elasticity can be seen in general. It's no wonder that so shy. Dong. On the corpse of Zhang Tianji. A pair of night guards exploded. Purple spots. Yun Fan was a little surprised, minus it to check the number of wild, solid, fake quality hero, level 5 profession, discrimination, physical defense, 30 magic resistance, 30 effect in the combat state. Mice restores 10 HP. The 3-piece set of the suit increases the blood volume by 300 points. The 6-piece set activates the blood volume by 500 points. The familiarity is good. Unfortunately, it is only 5 episodes of equipment. Yun Fan nodded. It can be regarded as a busy venue. 5 episodes of heroic household dramas. It is worth at least 40 or 50,000 yuan. Thus about to put up the Imperial Auction House bid. Whoever really has a head can see the big world. Following a recipe. He looked at himself with a look of hope. Retreat of the next life. Really a little worried. This compliments you. Yes. Push yourself down. Big event. Sell me for 100,000. I really like the look of Prinar. Sex hard die for. Do event. You don't lose 100,000 yuan. Stuff in auction house. Up to the first 50,000. The 40 sisters deviated from the eyes of the 2. The lamp glanced at the cold Mars of the young Master Kong. Don't pay for it yet. Decoration on both ends of the prison armor. 11 pairs of answers accumulate for a long time. It looks full of savage style. If the food stock is like an enemy, he's stubborn. I didn't say anything. I think it's a fake. Doesn't it seem too deceptive? You can't speak, don't it? The 4th sister was wide-eyed. Go ahead. I'm going to give the food stock point in mouth. Elder brother. Do you see 100 experiences? Food stocks can even look at 0 and Tai. 0 and Tai a bit big. Can't tell you about people. The hell is Layship? How do you feel the fear of going more with the look of things? Like it are all worse? The feeling of being abridged. The price is not bad. A retransactions. Spent. 100 experiences to battle. Yun Fan began to clean up other combat items. The group slayed the dragon, and the people of the 2 bills of Holy Tooth. A total of 5 green rooms were reported. 2 blue rooms and 8 scenic spots. This strike is just inefficient. If not to become a relaxed player. It will cause some tasks in the early stage to be unfinished. Otherwise, I really want to simply don't do it, and don't fix it. Ding Zhelonghen's human violence equipment. Turn around and take it with you. VIP customers then swipe. Here. Let's talk about Shirgu first. And this is the buzz on the World Channel. Networked. Grip the groove. Watch the World Channel. I was sold it. The third echelon of the Long Hungong Association. It's strange to be treated as a person. God-given, milk vigorous. I'll just say it. Some skills will capsize early. Oh, it's alright. The face pretending to be blown up. And food love. 66,666. Forgotten. That house will indeed be good man. We're boss. Why don't you do it to teach him more? Long unread. Explain situation. What the hell is going on? A cold man in a black suit. Turn on the video meeting. The boss really can't blame us. Really energetic. But that meeting was all passive skills. It can report 1,000-second injuries. No one can hold up 2 seconds. In the video, a middle-aged man is crying in a big picture. The Mulberry family looked like 4. And the slightest hint of war. This N13 level auto method can only fight 300 seconds of injury. A passerby mage can do more than 1,000 damages. Who will you have? Will be one of the Olan beauties. Knocking on a long intestine leg of the bloodbite. Forced. The equipment you lost to the guild is nothing. The prestige of the guild. Damaged because of you. Responsibility for your single minimum. I admit that a hand underestimated the opponent. Zhang Tianqi's red face confessed his mistake. If the 0 square is here, you'll be able to recognize this woman. Stationed in both doubles. Pros. The Dragon Crossing Guild is a G French player. It was built in the Conquest. In the National Championship. In the case of having an attribute restrained advantage. It's still subjected to 0 extraordinary violence and free pressure. There is no slight urgency in the empty city. Say, 1,000 fates in seconds. Output capacity is indeed beyond most players at this stage. Use 6 squads. No tactics. Occupy the sky and have 0 bitterness. Said the wry smile. Bless you. But you can see him do this. Certainly not ordinary people. After Tekken. And Zhang Tianqi released a flat picture of the game. Soar from 0. Unleash the attack. Build a sense. And it dawns that you can forcefully displace when you get closer. See the problem. Both. A look into the eyes of the MD into a faint pause. Zhu Shuang was attracted by the extraordinary operation in the picture. The beauty of the eyes is guilty of righteousness. Nobuto absorbs this as a pro-gamer's modus operandi. Absolutely not. Help both green to pause. Lian Sei became more and more shocked. Keep repeating the land direction. Try to catch every detail. The fluency of walking an A from the other party. And control over attack range. It's like electric soup and water. I'm afraid I've been playing professionally sports for so many years. He has built many professional gods. But it's still being manipulated. Reach the arm. Polar can cut. In the pros. Original. At least at the substitution level. It is also possible to replace the 0 level. Zhu Shuang is whitish. Even if it's through video, he can still feel it. On the upside. The horrible oppression. This is absolute confidence in one's own operations. As well as all round. You also press the opponent's common embodiment. Nothing in writing. In and out of a meaningful smile. But to vote. You're missing the point. Yes. Not really. Zhu Shuang made some mistakes. The picture is fixed on the strengths of the 8 masters. The point is here. It's a forte. Nothing is done for the sake of effect. Forte. Stun strengths. It can only be said that there's a temperament. But it's not very exquisite. Zhang Tianqi and Zhu Shuang were both in the water. Don't understand. This boss has a net worth of 100 billion. What the hell do you think? Isn't it a different game? Same task modeling. You can't get out of office. One emptiness into corners of the mouth on Yang. There was a golden light in his eyes. It's the only one that plays the game. Players who never promote their own promotions. I guess I'm preparing for a new miracle. It's impossible. The young man's preparation appeared in front of him. No wonder he dared to introspect. Occupy the sky to the evening. I thought the other party was just an avid fan. Who knew it would be duty? Xinyu is not regulated by the Esports Association. As far as I know, even if the United Nations countries are concerned, they cannot interfere in the game. Empty to bare. Ajum's operation. Absolute calm. Steady play. It's like artificial intelligence. He is the dream man in the hearts of countless professional players. A mountain that is always on the lips of all people. Into the double fork to the birth.
He's zero anti.
Pick up a cup of coffee with elegant quality. The efficacy is lower. If you can't join the Longhang Union, then go back. In order to pursue the fastest monster farming efficiency. Wu Fin take with him. Issex. Clay for spirit. The country is lineated on the jade of the gods. The brothers are now resting. The bastard who slew the mage is a strong monster. Heart is This guy who kills a fairy knife. I heard that with a game master. Fake attack silk gang people upgrade, the official doesn't care about it. Ling Fan goes,